This is a video on 10 things you can do to help yourself practice more. We all know that practice is the way to get better, so I want to talk about some actionable things that you can do to help yourself practice more, feel good about your practice, and have it be sustainable over a long period of time. Tip number 1 is to keep props around. The easier it is to pick them up and throw them, the more likely you are to do it. Let me show you how many juggling props are very, very close to me just out of frame. Certainly not the most organized or prettiest of solutions, but I really like just existing in my apartment with having props around, everything on the ground, just pick it up, go, no effort. Tip number 2 is short practices. You don't have to practice for 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours to get something out of it. If you can practice for a couple minutes, that really adds up over time, especially if you can be consistent about it. 15 minutes a couple times a week is going to give you a lot more benefit than a few hours once a week. Tip number 3 is to allow yourself to play. Go in with no goals, no predefined anything, just juggle and play and have fun. You don't have to get anything out of it, you don't have to learn new tricks, you don't have to make any progress. Just spending time doing it, especially if you're enjoying it, is going to really add up over time, and you're going to make progress and you won't even notice it. A lot of my practice is just hanging out, listening to music, jamming 3 balls, not paying a lot of attention to what I'm doing or have anything in mind, but I'm enjoying the juggling and it makes a big difference over time. All the tricks that I'm using, just playing, get more solid, and I'm able to use them in later things when I want to rely on them a little bit more. Tip number 4 is drills. I hear people talking about not being inspired or not knowing what to work on, and you don't have to do that to have a productive practice. You can do something that feels easy, or drill something that you haven't worked on. And again, it can be for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and that can really help you. And a lot of times when I go in and I just work on something for a while, I find inspiration and I find something I want to work on, and then I can go off and do something else. But you don't have to have that spark to go out and practice. Number 5 is adding other stimulus. You don't have to just be juggling when you're practicing. You can listen to music, you can watch TV, you can have a conversation. Something I like to do, especially in college, was walk to class while juggling. I can't do as much, I can't practice anything super difficult, but it is just time on task, time practicing that really helps. I love hiking up a mountain and juggling 3 balls as an extra thing to do while I'm hiking, to get more time practicing that 3-ball cascade, practicing the fundamentals, practicing the simple stuff, and I think it really helps. The next one is setting goals. If you have something that you're working on or working towards, it can really help go from, I don't want to do anything, I want to sit on the couch, to I really want to work on this thing, I want to drill, I want to practice, I'm inspired, and that can really help. These goals can be short term, it can be a single practice goal, they can be medium term, over a week or a month. I think it's good to have long-term goals, although you want to be somewhat careful about those. It's very easy to set too ambitious or not ambitious enough long-term goals. But goal setting could be its whole other video. Number 6, set goals. It works, it's great, do it, it's a thing. Hopefully I've already cut the video by now, we'll see. Number 7 is being proud of your practice. And that's something you really can't take for granted. It's very easy to come off a practice and think you didn't do something, that it didn't go well. But if you take the time to remind yourself that the practice was productive and be proud of the fact that you went out and did it, it can really help and can create a positive cycle and help you go out the next time. This is particularly relevant to me today. I was practicing some 9 balls earlier, and I don't think it went well. But I came back in and I made sure that I gave myself just a little pep talk in my head and was proud of myself for going out and practicing, even if I didn't get what I wanted out of it. Number 8, Film your tricks and share them with friends. This is a piggyback on the last one. It was about being proud of it, having something to show both yourself later on and your friends. It can create a cool flow of ideas, transfer of excitement, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Number 9, juggle with other people. This one is a little bit interesting but juggling with other people is a really great way to get yourself to practice. It's so much easier when everybody else around you is juggling. No matter what you're doing, everybody's dropping, everyone's having fun, just hanging out. It's really helpful for me as a good juggler, for beginners, everywhere in between. Go juggle with people. It works. It's a good thing. Helps inspire you. All the good stuff. Oh yeah. Tip number 10, the last one I got for you today, is to watch juggling that inspires you. This doesn't have to be the top level juggling. This can be anything. I encourage you to find people at your skill level, working on the same style as you, doing the same stuff. See what ideas they have. And then when you see them succeed, it can make you want to also succeed. This could even be your own juggling that you filmed in number 8. If you want to see where you were at a while ago, go back and watch your juggling. It's a very good thing. Watching juggling helps. It's helped me a lot. I encourage it. And that's my 10 tips for how to get yourself to practice more. These are all things that I use, that I've found helpful. I would love to know what things are helpful to you. What are your strategies? Leave them down in the comments. Let's get this discussion rolling. And thank you so much for watching. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. It's a challenge for me, talking to the camera, getting words out clearly. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.